Hi quilters and would-be quilters. Welcome to our next episode of hand quilting. We're going to be thinking about or practicing and learning how to do the third direction. We talked about the first direction on the clock, where you have the bottom part of the clock everywhere where the needle or the arm of the clock goes toward you is the first technique that I showed you. And everything on going away from yourself on the clock from 10:30 all the way to 3 is with your thumb. And I will be starting in this direction right away, but I soon have to switch because of the direction that this little feather is going. And this happens all the time if you're making lots of little decorative stitches or patterns. Okay, now this is the direction that is between 9 and 10:30, and it's really hard to come all the way around with my thumb, and it certainly doesn't work well trying to come with this hand position. I just can't get my hand around far enough. But there's another position that is very, very helpful. You don't use it all the time. In fact, you only use it for a little bit of the time, and it's somehow easy to ignore it and not realize how important it is. But it is definitely worth learning to integrate it into your quilting, because without it, you'll always be struggling with just that certain little element of a direction. To get started, put the thimble on the finger as the way you always do. For me, I need to turn my thimble because my thimble doesn't have the same pattern all the way around. So I have to turn it so that I have it directed toward my index finger. Okay, now I pick up the needle between my thumb and my index finger. That's a new one. And bring my thimble down to the eye of the needle. Now I have it firmly in between, clasped between the thimble and the grip that I have on the needle. Now I don't turn my hand this way. That doesn't work. You have to lay your hand down so that the knuckles are on the quilt. Visualize an egg inside of your hand that you can see, because you need this position to be flexible, as you see. And so we use our slide like usual. And the minute that the needle is in the quilt, this finger leaves. The thumb stays to keep your needle from sliding off of your thimble. Don't put your thumb back here. Put it here where it stabilizes the needle on the thimble. Already, I'm at a place on this feather where I can switch and go to direction 1. So I'm back where we started, picking up my needle, positioning it in a firm clasp, turning my chair so that it's comfortable, so that I can quilt toward myself, and away it goes. It's really quite simple, but it looks simple, and it is simple, but it is unusual. It's an unusual position, and it needs to be practiced, or you'll never be able to get used to it. But it's that way with all these techniques. I can show you every little bit of how to do it, and you can understand it, but unless you practice, it will never really become comfortable for you. It's just like learning to drive a car. The first time you do it, you have to think of everything you do. When do I turn on the blinker? When I just step on the brakes and all those things. It doesn't take long. until you do it automatically without even thinking of it. And it's the same thing with quilting. You really need to practice, practice, practice. And take something, when you start, please take something that's easy to practice on. 2 pieces of muslin, something that's light, a light batting between. Fix up a little frame with slats and fasten a strip of fabric with masking tape on the edges. Fix the corners with a little clamp. Put your little piece in there if you don't happen to have anything otherwise that you can fasten onto something, because your hands need to be free. So be sure you arrange for something that you can fasten onto the edge of a table, or maybe even for the one side, maybe the other side, you can lean up against it, but your hands need to be free to be able to practice this technique. And it's definitely worth trying. And just go ahead and do it with the simplest methods. The technique will work without anything extravagant. Practice is the word. So thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed it until we show you some of the next things to be worked on. And thanks for all your comments and your support. And don't forget to subscribe or hit the bell so you're informed. And don't forget, quilting connects more than 3 layers of fabric.